Hey everyone, we're gonna go after another troublemaker today. JustJessk. We got our guest Amy here.
Hello.
We're gonna review one of her latest videos. So
you're gonna have to speak up.
Oh.
She talks slow. It's not even funny. Like you have to put it on 100 times speed.
I know. I gotta let's put it up a little bit. Okay, which speed should we put it up on, Amy?
Well, I say 100, but they don't have that, so I don't know.
Okay, let's see here. Closed captions. We have to put it on settings, right? Qualities, playback speed. 1.5.
Yeah, I tried that one.
Okay, well, we'll try that one because she's a hard person to listen to, right, Amy?
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Okay. Just looking. Okay. Let's start. Let's get back to copyrighted content.
Wherever you are. So as you notice, I did do some at people in my description. And the reason why, I've had a lot of things come my way. And there's a lot of things that I do need to address. Absolutely. There's tons. Life has been a little bit crazy the past week and a half. Again, for those of you that are wondering, my father did have surgery on September 23rd. He is currently at my home and he is doing better. He actually goes tomorrow for an appointment to check on the skin graft and to make sure that the skin that they took from his leg is actually covering the shin part of his leg and the graft is actually taking because I'm a dumbass sometimes and I did not realize that the body can reject skin grafts. Not saying that's happening or anything.
Well, she is a dumbass, isn't she?
It's possible. So we'll see. Fingers crossed he's healing properly. I think he is. So
she had things,
so far
people,
we're good.
or things coming at her.
I'll start off with this is something that some people know and some people don't know. And I'm going to read it. It is by somebody named Lesley. And actually, there's two posts here that I'm going to go over. Lesley tags at Fit of Crime the walkie-talkie. So falsely accusing one man of harassment wasn't enough for you, that you have now targeted your next victim.
Really?
That's interesting, Lesley. Didn't I become your next victim?
Okay,
Didn't
I'm just going to say,
Monster become your next victim?
Can you pause it for a second?
Didn't Bam become
okay, hold on.
Didn't...
All right. Hello, Amber.
Hey there. I don't know how long I'm going to last.
This
I'm
bitch.
Feeling well for some reason. But I do have a lot to say about this, so I want to try. Okay.
She's pissed off at Lesley because Lesley and I talked. It does not matter the situation. It doesn't matter about truth with Jessica. It has to do with Lesley and I talked, worked everything out, and now she's attacking Lesley. That's what this boils down to. That's the truth behind all of this. So now she's going to turn around and lie about Lesley.
And what I would like to say is this. Okay.
Pig, I hate her.
You freaking hog. Stop using Norman as a weapon against Lesley to try to hurt her. Because the truth of the matter is, you were around maybe 5 minutes before he passed away.
Hello, Navigator.
You didn't know the ins and outs of their relationship. They had many ups and many downs. And yes, they fought like an old married couple, but they always made their way back. That was just part of them. So shut the fuck up. Quit trying to act like you know all this stuff. Yeah, they fought. That's life. People fight. But stop using him as a freaking weapon. Stop with your threats against Lesley, because you can't do shit. All this talk, oh, I'm going to help, Bam get an injunction. No, the fuck you're not. Look at how well your injunction worked against Amy. Ooh, a round of applause. And you have nothing. All right, sorry, y'all.
That's okay, Amber.
Whew. There's a lot of frustration on our end because this girl will not stop. I'm not even going to call her a girl. She's a fucking twat pig is what she is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is lie after lie. I mean, she gets caught in one lie, she goes on to the next. And it's like, Jessica, instead of sitting here putting everybody on blast, where's your fucking baby?
Right. You just gloss over that and want to call me a whore and do all this shit. What? You don't even bring that part up. You're so angry at all these little nitpicky things, yet we're over here saying you have lied about a pregnancy and you don't even bring that up. Gee, I wonder why that could be.
Because she's a fucking liar.
Right. Whew.
Ooh, yeah, she's a, and then she had the nerve to put down Dorothy.
She's really like, yeah, I know, Navigator. I'm not feeling well, but this girl, she's put me in it ever since she did this stream. And it's not like a bad, like, it's more of a bad mood, just like, just go the fuck away. Just go the fuck away. Leave us alone. You've done enough damage. You've lied enough. And it doesn't matter. She always comes back and just doubles down, talks more shit.
Hey, Jamie.
So, yeah.
All right, let's continue this. Her little bullshit, you know?
The people that you are hanging out with now, weren't they your victims at one point in time? Oh, no, not you. Yes, please do go to the police. Yes, please take AD to court. As by God, strike me down. I will be waiting with all the evidence I have, and I will be there as a witness. So I want to say something about this damn evidence.
Gee, go figure. You're inserting your big old face into something that's got nothing to do with you. Go figure.
Yup. And she's not credible in a court of law anyway, so it's...
Right. Navigator Norman was somebody, he was around for a while. He was a friend of ours. He was really close with another friend of mine, Lesley, and he passed away this like past December. And basically, Jessica, she keeps trying to take little digs, like, Norman and Lesley, they didn't even talk towards the end, and all this bullshit, like she knows everything. She just needs to stop fucking weaponizing him and just cut the shit. Anyway.
All right, let's continue with...
Last year, you guys all know that an injunction was filed against another channel creator. Some of you know her, some of you don't, but she goes by Bam Bam Big Mouth. She got the injunction, and the injunction is actually supposed to be up in November. Now, the thing is, what people don't know,
What's
and
the
this is where the
thing?
stupidity comes in. It's kind of hard to threaten police and threaten that you're going to do an injunction or you are going to go to authorities to handle these people when you have done worse.
How, Jessica?
Worse.
How? Did you see Lesley on streams dragging people for hours, making false accusations for just days on end? No, you haven't. You haven't. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Or dragging an 8-year-old child?
Right. It's not against the law to like talk about somebody in a chat. That's not harassment, you buffoon. Harassment would be if Lesley was firing it up and dragging her and all that kind of mess. And she hasn't. She hasn't done anything. So shut up.
Jessica, you really need to stop lying.
Well, this is just so ridiculous. Right. Just
And what
like
some of
you
these
were.
people done to you. As of right now, you have done worse. So really, your injunction against the person that you have the injunction with was pointless. It makes no sense whatsoever. Now, for those of you that don't know, the injunction is up in November. And I'm really, really hoping that the things that were handed over will actually help this person either A, get an injunction on the person that filed the injunction to begin with, because her hands are not clean.
Okay, wait, let me say something here. Okay, you buffoon, you have a stream called Selling Your Soul. Now, right now, you're talking about how you've handed things over to help a woman who is close to being the literal fucking devil, all right, that has done so much shit. I don't care if you like me or not. what she, how she dragged my 8-year-old was fucking disgusting. And you're over here talking about people selling their souls, but because your butt hurt, because Lesley wanted nothing to do with you, you're gonna mosey on over to this freaking woman and try to help her with what? With what?
Amber, isn't the whole reason that Fatso went over to your house is because she felt bad for what Bam did to your daughter?
Absolutely. Then she went on a whole campaign that if anybody ever supported Bam in any fashion, that and for y'all that don't know, this creator Bam, she's abusive as hell. Okay, like anybody in our like current community looks like a kitten compared to her.
She talks like a pedophile.
And if you're a male, she's gonna call you a pedophile. And in one of her like streams, she did this 8-hour stream and really just dragged the hell out of my then she was 8 years old then, saying the most horrific things in the world. And that was Jessica. So that's who Jessica's talking about right now. And another friend of mine actually did succeed in getting an injunction on her. She's one person on here that literally made it happen, but she had to go quiet. She couldn't fight back like publicly, you know what I'm saying? Like it took a long time, but come hell or high water, she did it. So Jessica, your threats are empty. Seriously, they're empty. I can't talk about this, but you're such a buffoon that there's stuff that has happened since with the injunction, so everything you're saying is just irrelevant right now.
Alrighty, let's hear what else
Or-
she has to say.
The injunction cannot be re-upped. That's what I'm really hoping for. Because like I said, Lesley, your hands aren't clean. No.
That shows Amber she's not in direct communication with Bam.
Right.
That just
Take
proves.
AD to court. So why are we still stuck on this AD shit?
Why are you still stuck on
This
everyone's
guy's been
else's?
talking about the Watts case for 4 years now. I don't care how much money he makes. I don't care what his financials are. I don't care about any of that. That's fine. Everybody that is on this platform, and this is how I feel, and whether you like it or not, if you put in the work and you have a following, you do have the right to make money either from AdSense, memberships, etc. Or if people just want to donate to you. Now, the wish list thing, I'm a little about, but I feel like if you have a longtime creator and you have somebody that you've known for a while, then, or you've known your subs for a while, then sure, why not? As long as there's a history there, friendship there, a following, be my guest. Okay. So, Fit of Crime and I are not friends. Actually, she has left many comments on my comment section under my videos. And no, she's not been kind. But the stuff that you are accusing her of in this community post, all I heard for a year and a half was that Amber Alerts
You weren't
and Lesley
around
was
us
being
a year
attacked
and
by
a
Fit of
half.
Crime and blah, 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 blah. Okay.
And again,
Bam
weren't
was
even
dragging
around
AD
us.
for a year and a half. What the hell is she talking about?
Well, and not okay. She hasn't. Again, none of your fucking business, Jessica. But you weren't really involved with anything that went down with this chick. It's got nothing to do with you whatsoever. You insert yourself into shit that just has nothing to do with you. And you want to go on about Norman when, yeah, this was a woman that drove him up the freaking wall. You're so, oh God, I don't even know what the word is. It's, anything you can just, you're like a freaking, like possum going through the trash can, whatever you can get to use on somebody or use in your, this has nothing to do with you. You're not even making sense, to be
Jessica
honest.
needs to be more focused right now on what is coming her way and what she has done than what everybody else in her imaginary world that she lives in has done.
Right.
And then she's talking about donations, and let's see, she bought subs.
She's had asked people to make they would make her car payment. She's asked people for grocery money. She has asked people to help pay her utility bill, not once but twice that I'm aware of. I mean, the list goes on and on and on with Jessica.
And then she complains, oh, now she's talking about donations.
Well, it's so
fuck?
obvious her little how she buys subs and views. Like, look, you are not fooling anybody, honey. It's so blatantly obvious. She finishes a video and you can literally press refresh, and every like time you press it, it goes up by 20 until it like hits the 2K, and then it just stops overnight. So you have no one in your stream, but you managed to get 2K views overnight. Yeah, okay.
Right.
And I'm
Exactly.
fucking,
It's
and
like,
I'm the fucking tooth fairy. I mean, come on.
how stupid are we? Do we look?
Right.
Were we born yesterday, Amber?
No, not at all.
Oh, and then she had the nerve to talk about subs.
Okay. Let me continue reading. Yes, please take 80 to court, as by God strike me down, I will be waiting with all the evidence I have, and I will be there as a witness.
Oh, shut up.
How are you going to be there as a witness? See, this is where the threats start to bother me.
Did she just say she has evidence against you, Amy?
The what?
Did she just say that she had evidence against you?
I don't give a shit. What does she have against me? I mean, she didn't. What does she have against me? I haven't done anything. She uploaded over 90 videos of me, and I didn't say a fucking word to her. Not a word. And then on top of it, I have all of the proof that she has looked up my accountant, stalked my accountant, who has their attorney now involved, falsely reported my husband's company. So you know what? She could take her evidence that she has and she can shove it up her fucking ass.
Exactly.
She's a fucking liar.
Yeah, and then she perjured
gonna
herself
tell you,
in court.
Anybody that listens to this bitch, believes this bitch, follows this bitch, they all need to have their freaking heads evaluated, because this girl is fucking crazy.
Exactly. Like, really, truly, if you're like looking for this woman for answers, you're looking the wrong place.
And Bam knows it. Bam knows it. The problem is that Bam is taking what Jessica. Bam knows the truth.
Oh,
Bam
she
knows
just
the
wants
truth.
to take it because it
Bam
sounds
has seen
good.
the truth. Bam has seen the truth.
Right.
But Bam doesn't care about the truth because she's a liar too.
Right.
So what she's going to do is she's going to take everything Jessica says and she's going to run with it. And Jessica knows that. But Bam,
of course. And yeah. Right. Yeah, you kind of cut out, but I think you're saying she doesn't like her. Oh, I know. It's crazy.
Hey, David, how are you today?
But, you know, for her to try to threaten Lesley in this way, yet you want to talk about people selling their souls. Like, get the fuck out and cut it out. I mean, it's fucking pointless. You think you're going to do something in this injunction that's not even in your country. Shut the fuck up. You're not fooling anybody.
Let me tell you what Amber and I deal with all the time. And I've never had this happen to me before until this thing came into the picture. I get text messages daily. Hi, I got one today. Hi, I know who it is. I do
too. Yep.
From a texting app. I get them. Amber gets them. Then she signed us up for spam. And I know Jessica does that because she was wanting to do it to somebody else one time, where she puts a phone number in and puts like where they get spam messages nonstop all the time. Like, this is what she is so immature, and this is what she does. But she wants to claim she has a child.
Okay. Well, yeah, and it all just and it's so crazy because what it all boils down to is we just all figured you out. That's it. We all figured you out and wanted nothing to do with you and felt very justified in speaking out about it. And it's pretty fucking unbelievable because like I said, she never brings up like the big things that we're talking about. She just like focuses on these little, like this bullshit back and forth between Lesley and Fit of Crime. It's got nothing to fucking do with you. You know, what about the bigger things that you've been accused of? And you just, I mean, it's almost comical, really. So
about going legal and everything. It's because when you and I were talking, you made it very clear to me that you were broke, Lesley. You had zero money. You had no income. You were scraping basically 2 pennies together. And one of the reasons that you could not go after Granny Fanny, aka Truth Stick, is because you did not have the money to do it in America. Now, you asked me several times if there was something I could do. If I could contact his police department, if I could go to his parole,
Bullshit.
if I could find the people that he had his case with.
The people.
Jessica, guess what? Granny Fanny doesn't give a fuck what you have to say. I've already talked to him about it. He already knows. He thinks you're absolutely fucking insane. He thinks you are crazy.
Right. Like, you
And you
think
know
we
what?
don't know this trick? Like, you think we don't know you're trying to get him to go after her? It's not going to fucking happen.
And she wants to sit here and talk about, you're broke. You don't have 2 pennies. You know what, Jessica? So are you. Your house looks like a goddamn fucking zoo, like a jungle. You don't even take care of that. You tell everybody you have a trust fund. You don't. You lied about that. You know, I mean, it's just lie after lie after lie. I mean, she fucking robbed an old man. And Jessica, I found out yesterday it had nothing to do with pills.
Ooh.
And not only that, but like, you know, all of this, you wanted me to do this and you wanted me to do that. You were in Leslie's ear constantly about him, constantly feeding her with all kinds of shit. And, you know, if I remember correctly, you were actually presenting a lot of like bullshit. Like, didn't she say that she had paid his parole and all this crap? And yeah.
And he wasn't even on parole.
And he wasn't even on parole. I mean, but nothing you say is, it's, we get it. We see what you're doing here, and it's not going to work. They've put their issues aside and down, like, and they're done. They're not going to fight anymore. He knows everything Leslie's done. It's over.
It's water under the bridge.
Right. So this is the difference. Like, we just wanted to put these issues away. You know, Jessica coming under the guise of, you know, trying to make everything better. No, you've done nothing but cause more chaos. And who are you to put anybody's financial business out there? Like, how gross. So what if Lesley was struggling? We all struggle. And you're not one to talk.
Yeah, Mrs. I can't get out of my house without a fucking crane. Go ahead, Bill.
Okay.
Continue.
And don't worry, it's all on a secondary channel that I plan to put out that I don't give a shit if it gets taken down.
Good for you.
So you saying that you'll promise to be there to back AD up? At one point in time, you were totally against AD. You were totally against what he was saying, what he was about. Now that you have jumped on that train, and because your motto there, they let you have a voice to speak about your stupid little injunction.
She's not
The
a
thing about your
mod, you
injunction, and the thing that people
buffoon.
don't know, and I will repeat this again, they don't know the dirty shit that you have done behind the scenes.
Okay, let
The
me say
dirty
something.
And to the person.
The dirty shit that she is saying Lesley did behind the scenes. Okay, you guys, I know Jessica very, very well. Okay, very well. I
do
know
too.
what she's doing just by her fucking words. Okay, did you guys hear her voice just lift? How
Yep.
it just went up? That when she said this dirty shit you've been doing behind the scenes. The reason Jessica's voice went up and then she said those words, it has nothing to do with what Lesley did, because Lesley didn't do anything.
She hasn't done anything. And she's
In
not a mod
Jessica's
for
mind, in Jessica's sick, demented, twisted mind, the dirty shit that Lesley did behind the scenes was talk to me. That is exactly why Jessica's tone raised anytime. Mention, if you guys see Jessica in a chat, just say the name Amy and she will lose her fucking shit.
Oh yeah, she's obsessed. And this whole, and see, here's the thing. You're not even, like, the post that you're reading, she's not even reading it correctly. Everything that she's saying is not at all what Leslie's trying to say there. Like, I don't know if it's comprehension problems or what, you know. But like, Jessica, there's no big thing with AD. You know, Lesley went on his panel once. She's not a mod for him, and she's not really wrapped up in any of that. So what the fuck are you talking about?
This is what her problem is. She lies so much that she can't even read a freaking post without lying about it, even if she was reading the post word by word.
Right.
She somehow twist and turn it around to what she wants it.
Yes, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, you could just say something like, you know, the sky looks pretty today. And she would be like, oh, well, see, you're saying the sky is pretty, but what you really mean is this. It's like, shut fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a liar like her since Mrs. Portland.
Well,
Well,
her
she's a different kind of liar. Like Jessica is like diabolical, you know? I mean, it's she's sick.
her days are numbered. I'm telling you guys that right now. Jessica's days right now, they're numbered.
Right. And you know, in this whole act, like you know, I'm just not bothered by them. Bullshit. Okay? We're not dumb. We see you when you rage post. We know you. We know that you fly off the handle anytime anybody talks about you. So you're not fooling anybody.
And she couldn't stop lying to me in chat. Like, what was it, 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm. And everything is about money. Everything with Jessica is about money. It's like she's obsessed with it. I mean, I remember Tinksy and I had a chat with Jessica, and I forgot what we were talking about, but Jessica came in. She goes, we were talking about something. I forgot what it was. And Jessica goes, oh, she's just trash because she's poor. And I said, what do you mean, Jessica? I said, being poor doesn't mean you're trash. I know some
No.
people that freaking are as poor can be, and they are the sweetest, most giving people in the whole entire world. That doesn't mean
Exactly.
you're
Right. It's not a good look to bash a person because they're struggling at all. Like you're offending a lot of people when you talk like that, because plenty of people struggle.
Some people go from paycheck to paycheck, but they're not bad people.
No, money does not make a person whatsoever.
And she thinks she's better than everyone else.
Right. I mean, it's almost like this immature mentality of like, you know, I'm gonna call you poor. I'm gonna call you a whore. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think some of the most humble people I've ever met in my life are dirt poor.
oh, absolutely.
Because they've been there, they've been through it, you know, and they're just like the nicest, most humble people ever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's continue.
Okay, let's continue with her lies and bullshit.
Person, as well as subs on her channel. Your hands aren't clean. So you can take your 2 pennies, rub them together, and try to be there for AD, but I'm pretty sure AD can stand alone without having somebody like you attach themselves to him, which really also doesn't make any sense. And I'll get into that in a bit.
God.
So,
Going with this.
to court, as by God strike me down. I will be waiting with all the evidence I have, and I will be there as a witness. Trust me, this isn't no threat. It's a promise. It's a threat. It's not a promise because you don't have the money to do it. What, is AD going to back you and pay you for this? Are we getting somewhere?
I know where she's
Now
going.
go about your business. Seems like she did. Fit of crime did. But I'm not going about my business. The reason why I'm not going about my business, Lesley, is because you decided that after you gave me permission and you also said that I could put your injunction up on my channel, what did you do? You struck me.
Boo,
You struck
Yeah,
me to get the
because you were
injunction down
fucking
after you.
really, because you're a fucking liar. Number one, and number two, you were dragging everybody. But you think she's gonna allow you to keep her content? I mean, give me a fucking break. Like, what did you think? It's just, you're so fucking delusional. Kind of like when you went to Lesley and thought that she would just totally understand you threatening me with court, for God's sakes.
Okay,
Like,
first of all,
like you thought she was going to jump on the bandwagon with you. You're very fucking delusional.
she also told Lesley that she needed a copy of the injunction that she had on BAM because she had the investigators, her detective, which was actually a deputy that told her that I did nothing illegal and ended it right then and there. But she decided to continue lying about it and told Lesley that the investigator needed it and needed to see it. First of all, Jessica, that right there shows you're a fucking idiot because the investigator never would have went through you. The investigator would have contacted Lesley herself.
Absolutely. Oh, I know. When Lesley came to me and said, Amber, does this sound right to you? You know, Jessica's claiming that she literally had to sit down with a cop, a victim's advocate, a lawyer, and they got Granny Fanny on the phone and all this. And she's, and you know, Leslie's just like, I don't know how it works over there. You know, I'm in the UK, and I'm like, Lesley, no, You know, and it's really interesting that she didn't tell me this. She only tells Lesley, right? Because she thinks she can manipulate Lesley, not me. Because I think she knows I would have been like, shut the fuck up. No cop is gonna, no, nobody's gonna take the time of day to sit down with you, with your whoever, and do this. It's a lie. It's a lie. So she had every right to get her content down. I mean,
It's like
you should have just taken it down. Why'd you have it up still? If we were so awful, why'd you have it up?
it's like you treat someone like shit, and then you expect them to allow you to have their content up.
Right. Like, yeah, she gave you permission when everything was cool. What did you think? Did you think she was going to just allow you to keep it, and while you're sitting there dragging all of us
And dragging her?
right, and lying?
Jessica's not going to look like a good witness when she went to all of you guys and lied to you guys about all the shit that took place when it was never happening, and just lied to you guys to come after me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a good witness. That's not a good witness at all. Oh my God, she's so stupid.
Hell no. Hey, Breezy.
Hello, Breezy.
We're just reviewing the ramblings of a psychopath.
Gave me permission. And you think you're the only one that can threaten legal? That's funny. Maybe there are some extras needed for a advert or two, and stop targeting and harassing men. Stop targeting and harassing men. Well, I remember at one point in time, Lesley, when I was on the inner circle with Fanny and the rest, that's exactly what you did. You're calling out fit of crime over here for attacking men. You attack Granny Fanny all day long, every day.
What?
And I've got everything. That
Make
you
up
showed
your
me,
mind,
including
Jessica.
the chats that you have with Norman, as well as, and before you say don't say his name or anything like that, I made my peace with him. And I want to make one thing clear. This Norman's angel shit is pissing me off. The reason why it's pissing me off is because
right there, Jessica. No, okay, let me
You
tell
got-
you. You annoyed the piss out of him. Okay? That's just, I'm being honest. You annoyed the piss out of him. Yes, he forgave you. Like I said, you were around like 5 minutes before he passed. And that's something that he really liked. He cherished. So this is what I mean. Like, make up your fucking mind. 1 minute it's Granny Fanny's a terrorist. The next minute you're making him a victim. It's like your narrative just shifts with whoever you want to go at.
Well, and here's the thing too, Amber. You know why she's bringing up the whole AD thing? Like, I know where she's going with this. She's bringing up the whole AD thing she's making it look like Lesley's involved with AD and a mod for AD and all this other stuff because Lesley is now back. You know, she talks to Tinksy and those people
Right.
are all
She's
against
trying to cause divide.
Right. And Lesley has, I mean, they've made their amends, you know, with those other people. And she's trying that are against AD. So she's trying to make Lesley look like she's involved with AD and she's a part of AD and supporting AD because she's talking to the people that are against AD. Right. So she's trying to get them to turn. This is Jessica's motive behind everything is she'll go after people. But, you know, here's a good thing out of this with Jessica and I is that it has opened up a lot of communication between everybody. We were all fighting, okay? I mean, it's been going on since a while. We were all against each other. All of us equally went at each other, okay? We've all uploaded videos on each other. We've all made comments. We've all talked shit about each other. It was a huge group of people that went back, bickered, literally, like old people, back and forth for days, for years, like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? It went on forever. But it's all, I mean, we're all done with it. And she's over here trying to continue to keep that door open because Jessica loves hate.
Right. Everybody knows who Lesley talks to. So you're not even saying anything and she's not a mod. Like, you're literally pulling that out of your ass. She ain't no mod.
Somebody like Ginger Ninja, who was actually a real friend to Norman. They had an actual friendship. They spoke. They had mutual respect for each other. There was nothing more. Now, Ginger never needed Norman for anything like what you needed Norman for, Lesley. So,
what is she
You had no problem attacking Granny Fanny. You had no problem attacking AD when you didn't like him. But you're telling
Kind of
somebody
like
else to take
everybody
a seat
does.
and sit the fuck down?
You stupid idiot. Yeah, everybody's attacked people at one point or another.
What? Anyway,
She had no reason to attack me.
you harassed Norman.
No.
Now, I'm not going to disagree on that part. There was a lot of harassment going on with Norman. But you need to tell the truth, Lesley. And the truth is, and this came from several other people.
What is the
Not just one.
truth?
That when Norman passed,
Who, Jessica, the Tooth Fairy? Come on here. Who told you all this? The Tooth Fairy, Mother Nature?
I think she's
Well-
absolutely fucking disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting talking about a man that has passed away and is no longer here.
It's extremely
know.
disgusting. And she's doing it because she, you know, she thinks that that is going to just get Lesley where it hurts the most. But again,
Mhm.
Jessica, I'm going to tell you this again. Quit weaponizing him. Everybody knows what kind of relationship they had. They had a very close friendship, and they butted heads a lot. It was just how they were. Everybody knew it. You didn't. Like you think you know things.
People didn't tell you a lot of things, Jessica.
No. But, you know, stop all this, like, you know, I mean, just, it's gross what you're doing. It's fucking gross.
you and him were actually not
nothing
speaking.
you say is going to change
were not talking.
what kind of relationship
You
they
had not been
either.
speaking or
Okay, sorry.
talking
Go ahead.
for 2 to 3 months. And the reason why is because you guys had an argument. You didn't want him putting out video after video after video, but yet you did the same, and it was fine. So you can keep holding on to the Norman thing, but if I have to come out with that story and how the family embarrassed you, I'll do it.
And you
I'm
know
nowhere
what?
innocent with Norman. I'm nowhere innocent with any of this.
Again, who are you trying to hurt? So whatever the fuck you're talking about, do you think anybody actually is going to respect if you bring Norman's family out into anything? And how gross are you? You just want to do that? Just, I mean, shut up. Leave it alone. Let him rest in peace. Okay, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Even if they, you know, who cares where they were at? Bottom line is that he cared about her and he loved her as a wonderful friend. So nothing you say is going to change that.
I think she's jealous because she doesn't have that. She doesn't know how to treat people.
Yeah, I mean, with her, it's either you're, you know, in a knockdown fight or, you know, connected at the hip. There's
Name one friend. I've known her for 4 years. Name one friend that has stuck by her side.
I can't really name one.
Bill, how long have you and I been friends?
Since day one,
What, 3.5 years?
4, end of 2018.
I mean, she can't hold a friendship because she's nonstop lying.
right.
Yeah, she couldn't stop lying to me, and I caught her, and then she tries to troll me, and I says, bye-bye, Jess.
Well, not only that, but it's just 24/7, you know, dramatics and I've got to talk to you. I've got to tell you something. I mean, it's just too much. And the lies.
And then she tries to throw you under the bus, Amy, when you were doing something else at the time she strikes.
Right.
And then she says, oh, you owe me an apology. That's what Jessica told me.
But, you know, you can't actually, you know, claim to care about Norman, but then use him as a weapon against somebody that you know he cared about.
Exactly.
So that's your dilemma you got going on, honey. And I don't think anybody
Absolutely.
respects you for that. Like,
I think just even listening to her talk about Norman makes my stomach turn.
well, me too.
Because I know the shit. I mean, you guys should read the email that she sent him.
Right.
Read the email that she sent him and to Lesley. You know, she never
That
liked.
was gross.
Let's be honest here, Jessica. She never liked them. She went running to them and kissed their ass for them because she knew that we were all, you know, we were all fighting with each other. And so she went over there and said she had all this proof, all this information, all of this, all of that, and went and kissed her ass, provided absolutely nothing.
No, you know what he said to me one day? He goes, he's like, Amber, why? You know how he talks? He was like, Amber Angel, what, where is she going with this? Why is she showing us stuff that we've all already seen? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, yeah, I don't really get what she's wanting to do. Like, he really was, and it wasn't long before he got extremely ill and then passed. So, like, her acting as if, oh, I'm so glad I got to make that peace. Yeah, he forgave you. That's great. But, again, why are you trying to use him now as a weapon? It's against Lesley. He wouldn't want that, and you know it.
I think it's absolutely disgusting that she's bringing him up.
I do too.
Like, it literally makes my stomach turn.
Yeah, me too. Because
that's the
it's
problem
for the
with
wrong
Jessica.
reasons.
Jessica has so much hate inside of her. Like, honestly, if people really know her and talk to her, it's almost to the point that you can hear the hate. Like, I could hear the tone in her voice completely change. She is literally surrounded in darkness. There is something wrong with this person. Like, seriously wrong with her. And I'm not exaggerating or lying. There's something majorly wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, she made it. Richard Simmons profile to taunt Robbie.
Mm-hmm.
She treated me differently because I'm gay. Right, Amy?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the list goes on.
She lies about everything, and I'm just, it's almost like all her stuff is comical to me. But hearing her, talk about someone that has passed away, and putting their friendship out, like she's saying, and stuff like that. I mean, Norman and Lesley were very good friends, kind of like me and Granny Fanny. Kind of like me and you, Bill.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always agree with stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we're still friends.
Right. They had a particular dynamic, and anyone that was like actually was close with them knew that. So just shut up, like, and did anybody actually foresee him passing away? God, no. So, to be honest, I don't know if they were, if they had fought recently when he passed or not, but if they did, so what? It doesn't take away that they had a friendship.
Right. It's none of Jessica's business.
No.
But what is my business, because I was dragged to court, where's your fucking baby, Jessica?
Right.
And I'm going to continue saying that.
Where is your baby, Jess?
Right. Because again, she wants to bring up all this petty bullshit, but just doesn't even want to, well, you'll hear, and once we haven't gotten there yet, but in one point during this, as she's trying to say that I don't take care of my child, which is bullshit, by the way. That's absolute hogwash. But she kind of says something like, I take care of my child, and even the way she says it, you can tell she's uncomfortable because she knows she's telling a lie.
But what I will say is this. Don't act like you're a saint and you've done everything you could to be the best friend to him that you could, that you were loyal and all of this other shit, because you weren't. There is no way in hell that if Norman was alive, he would have never went back and did what you did. And you know that.
Fuck, do you know?
Stop acting like he would have been a part.
How do you know, Jess?
Jessica, let me tell you something. He forgave your ass. Okay. Now, originally, one of the things that Lesley really wanted to do was get videos down about him, and she did. And you don't know. So shut the fuck up.
All right. I'm going to say this, Amber, and I'm sorry, but through all of this shit with Ginger and all of the shit that's happened, and I'm not trying to start problems here or anything like that, but for them to sit back and still fucking talk to this fat ass pig while she's bringing up Norman when he's not here to defend what she's fucking saying, they're fucking disgusting. because they know, and I know Ginger knows, and so does Sab, in their hearts that what Jessica's fucking saying is a goddamn fucking lie, and they're not calling her out on it.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
know
we're
what?
calling
Ginger
her out
and Sab,
tonight.
they're
I just,
both
I
fucking
don't,
trash.
and I don't want to get too much into all of them, but can I ask you one question, Amy? Have I once, through all of this, ever done anything to try to put them in any kind of harm's way, involve them in any way? Have I done anything more than express just absolute hurt and confusion?
No. And I haven't even talked bad about them to you at all.
No, you haven't. You've said nothing. So yeah, it is a little disheartening to know through, I've heard plenty of clips. Other people have told me, apparently they chummed it up quite a bit with Jessica. Even though they said they didn't want to be involved. So,
Right.
honestly,
I mean, we don't talk about them and bring them up or anything like that. And I've tried so hard for respect of you and Lesley not to say anything to you guys about them. But this right here, because I haven't listened to her live. This is my first time. And listening to them bringing Norman into this and being good friends to them really pisses me the fuck off that they're sitting back and allowing this to be said, because I know that they know the fucking truth.
yeah.
They don't have the balls to step up and say, Jessica, you're lying. That's not true. And I have an issue with that, because people that are supporting these lies when they know the truth and they're allowing her to continue doing what they're doing and supporting her through this, knowing she's lying, is a reason why she's lying and doing what she's doing.
Right. Not only that, but her talking about going back to BAM, her calling me a prostitute, like things that they know is absolutely not true. And yeah, I mean, I've never, and the thing is, I've not mentioned them once.
Mm-mm.
Jessica brings them up every single live.
Mm-hmm.
They said they didn't want to be involved in any of it. I respected that. I've not brought them up one time, but Jessica brings them up every
I don't know what happened between
live
thing, because we don't talk about it. But what I will say is I do know from voice clips I've heard, they're very much involved with her. And I cannot believe that they are sitting back and allowing her to lie about Norman and Lesley like she is.
Yeah.
That right there shows me they're not real friends. But that's my opinion. But I don't want to sit here and talk bad about them. Anyway, go on, Bill.
Yeah, let's go on.
Let's go on.
Part of this shit, because he wouldn't have been. Not at all. So really, you should stop using his name in this abusive bullshit and the abusive people that you are around, the same people you trashed. Remember, you went back to your abusers. Now, you harassed Norman, you doxed Norman and myself. You've never owned you were wrong or apologized. Well, let's talk about owning if you were wrong or apologized. See, I did own what I did to you and what I did to Norman. I own my parts. I admitted I was wrong. You told me my apology was fine. I needed to stop apologizing. And then you turn around and do this shit. Your apology to me wasn't real. You weren't sincere. Nothing you said to me was sincere or real.
What the fuck is
You
he
lied to me.
talking
You
about?
played me. And honestly, I can't blame Fit a Crime for not even listening to you at all. I can't blame her for actually attacking you in CP post, because this that you wrote her is bullshit.
Oh my God, Jessica, shut
You're
up.
a vile woman that I truly despise. Oh, and another thing. Do not mention Norman's name ever again. In whatever context, you do not ever have the right to speak his name unless it comes with a too late apology for what you did to him. Well, you're a backstabbing bitch that went back to your abusers, so you mentioning Norman's name really is hypocritical.
It's not your position to say, you fucking cow. That's Leslie's relationship with him, not yours. Shut the fuck up. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's like, you guys know me. I always try to like keep it pretty simmered down and just talk. But this woman has brought out a side in me that I'm so over it.
Yeah, she'll get you going.
Yeah. I mean, this is all just strategic manipulation to try to make Lesley feel like shit,
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
like, Jessica, you don't know shit. Okay.
Right. She thinks she knows it all, and it's
right.
She doesn't. And she doesn't prove shit.
Right.
you guys weren't even speaking the past 2 to 3 months that he was alive, that says a lot too. I'm guessing there's some guilt there. But of course, you're not going to say this to Fit of Crime and tell Fit of Crime what exactly happened, because you can easily use this for your advantage. Because at one point in time, yes, you guys were really close. You guys did have a good friendship. You guys did think a lot of each other.
That's what she sounds like.
But the
I
point
know.
is, what you've done now, I could take a vote and people would say, no, Norman wouldn't be a part of this. He would have told you goodbye. No.
You don't fucking know that, you
Let's
idiot.
get to the next thing. This was a community post that was shared to me because somebody did a live. Space Monster 61 did a live. Now I want to say something. She
Is the most
for
craziest
the longest time,
psychopath on the freaking platform.
I treated that woman
Right,
like she was
Amy.
crazy. I did. I can't tell you how many times I have cursed Space Monster out. I can tell you how many times her and I have gotten into it. But what I've learned from this entire situation and from the entire time that I've been speaking to her is that even though we can do that to each other, when it comes down to bullshit like this, we can talk it out. Now, some of you know that Space Monster did a live a couple days ago, and she triggered some people. She did what's called churn the waters, chum the waters, her saying, and it worked. It worked. So I'll give her that. But I want to read this post from Lesley regarding Space Monster because there's some things that I want to also address.
What worked?
Oh,
What
here
did
he
Space
goes.
Monster do to where it worked? What happened?
Yeah,
I have
I
no
don't
clue.
know.
I have no idea what she's even. I didn't even know Space Monster was live. So what worked?
I'd like to know this too.
Jesus fucking Christ!
What is Space Monster up to?
Oh, she made that post basically threatening Lesley. Like, remember, I have that recorded call, Lesley, or something like that. Which, all I'm going to say is that, Lesley just tried to be a friend to her. Quite frankly, tried to really help Jessica and her in space communicate better. She did nothing to deserve any kind of hate from her. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Amber, I think Leslie's in a mentally a better situation right now because she's not having people trying to control her.
Right.
When she can and cannot speak, what she can and cannot post. She doesn't have to ask for permission for anything. And not only that, she's not involved with freaking two crazies named Space Monster and Jessica putting conspiracy shit in her head. Lesley is like one of the sweetest people, and she trusts people. I think she trusts too many people, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
And when she friends you for as a real friend. And these people sat back and put shit in her head, put conspiracies in her head, lied to her. I mean, lie after lie. And you know what? When we started talking and we put everything together, guess what, Jessica? Guess what, Ginger? It was never me that went after you guys and abused you. So Lesley never came running back to her abusers because it was never done.
right.
Stupid pig.
Everything's a conspiracy with Jessica.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. From Lesley. At Space Monster 61. Firstly, I'm not going to say this person's name. I said I would not mention them at all, and I'm not going to. Is not a troll. Never has been a troll and never will be. But you have, Lesley. And what has it got to do with you if she is friends with Amber Alerts and myself? What has it got to do with you? Because of all the nasty shit that you have said about said person that I'm not going to mention. Yeah, that's a part of it.
What?
How pathetic to target people for being associated with someone you...
Who the fuck is she talking about? Is she talking about Kelly the Advocate?
No, she's talking about Space Monster made a post about Irish coffee and crime juror.
Okay.
And so this is what Jessica likes to do, try to stir up problems amongst friendships. Like, again, this has nothing to do with her. Nothing.
But of course.
Yep.
She has to.
Don't like. Are you fucking kidding me? That is all you did for 2.5 years. That's exactly what you did for 2.5 years.
Is what? What?
And you want to talk about a dox? You want to talk about throwing people out there? You want to talk about the things that you did to people that you should have an injunction on you? Oh,
Jessica, what the fuck are you
it's
talking about?
pathetic
You
to
have an
target someone for
injunction on
being
your
associated
fat
with someone
ass.
you don't like.
I have
Oh,
no clue
yeah.
what she's talking about, to be honest. I can't even follow where she's going with this half the time.
She's sitting here calling Lesley a Lesley didn't do anything. She wants to sit and talk about you. You have an injunction. You have an injunction on you, Jessica. A workplace injunction on a workplace because you falsely reported my company. You went after my husband, our accountant. Let me keep repeating myself. Where's your fucking baby, Jessica?
She
Right.
lied about her fake baby on the court documents. I saw that, Amy. So practice what you preach, Jessica. You fucking liar.
Mm-hmm.
Sit the fuck down, you hypocritical bitch.
Ooh, who's the hypocrite
I remember
now?
once you flipping out, being used by this person's not worth mentioning, had stated she recorded your calls, and now you want to say you recorded mine. Honestly, I can't blame Space for recording your phone calls. She felt some type of way, and to be straight with you,
Well, wait a second. So
she
you
called you
want
on
to
it way
drag
before it all
people?
happened. So, recorded phone calls?
Make up your mind,
gotta
Jessica.
cut the
Are
crap.
you for it or against it? Because you change with whoever the person is. You know, if
Well,
it's
Jessica
somebody
records
she doesn't
calls.
like. Oh, and she definitely records fucking phone calls.
She also calls
Oh,
some people
yeah.
on the phone.
I have the proof of that.
Yeah.
I do too.
Jessica, what, you know, and here's the thing. She's so fucking stupid. The whole point is it's not right to hold somebody mentally hostage. And there's a lot of that going on. You know, oh, I have this, I can do this, I can do that. You know, private shit done months ago. It's just, it's gross. It's gross, and there's no reason for it. You know, and Lesley did nothing to deserve that. She didn't. She didn't do anything to deserve that. And I don't even know why my name got thrown in there, but you know, look, I tried to be a friend to that woman, and you know, all I can say is that it was rough all the time because she would have conspiracies in her head that I was this person or that person or whatever the fuck. But you know, I don't know what I've done to her except for, you know, befriend you, Amy, which is probably what it is. But I don't owe her anything. I don't owe her anything. You know.
Nobody owes her a damn thing.
Right.
In her mind, everyone owes her something.
Yeah.
Asked to get rid of the snakes. That's exactly what has to happen. Do I record phone calls anymore? Hell no. It's not worth my time. I get sent too much shit anyway, and it's fine. But wow, what a double standard you have. You as well, Lesley. And I actually thought you were better than that. No, you didn't. You pull this shit and act like we're better than that. And you tell people that we're so good and you've done this and I'm so proud of you when you're not. You're just a liar. You play both sides. You're a flip-flopper. You don't give a shit.
No, she
as
doesn't.
long as you get some kind of popularity or notice, hence the title of my live, Selling Out Your Soul.
Where has Lesley gotten any kind of notice and popularity?
Leslie
I
doesn't
actually thought you were better than that.
She hates
Right.
to be
I
noticed.
thought you were better.
Okay. Wow.
Seriously, blood pressure is raising listening to her.
I
I'm
know.
being
Because
honest.
it's just such bullshit. It's maddening because it's like, you know, you're just minding your own business and oh, here comes the big cow getting in your business again. And it's just you can't even fucking follow what she's
Her days are
talking
numbered.
about.
That's all I'm gonna say. Her days are numbered.
I hope.
As they should be.
Better than that, Lesley. Doesn't bother me, as if we have to go down that route, we will. Okay. I have audios upon audios. Some others sent from your private convos with them too. Yep, that's mine. Those are my audio clips that you have. So make sure when you send them or you play them, you also give your responses as well, Lesley.
Yeah, you
And
too,
go ahead.
Jessica.
Do it
You
publicly.
too.
Please.
Yes, Jessica.
I have access to all the audios too.
Right.
And make
Oh,
sure
I've
you
heard plenty
and make
of
sure you
audios of
play
yours, Jessica.
and make sure you play everything you say, Jessica.
And I've gotten audios of her since after I split with her. So I've heard a lot. Now, I'm not a fucking snake like you. I don't get off by putting them out and shit like that. But
Yes, her little screenshots, if there are any, are little snippets of people talking smack, and then she drops it as so-called proof.
Well, and it's like well, not only that, but it's never any context. It's never like any time period. It's just ugh. It's just gross. It's gross. That's all I can say.
And then if you ask her for proof of anything else, it's go fuck yourself.
Right.
I'll get it for you, and you never get it. You keep waiting.
I mean, all Jessica ever shows is that you can't trust her. And if anybody is thinking of befriending her after seeing what she does, all I can say is you're pretty dumb.
Well, it's like when Dorothy did that live and Robbie was up on her panel and she got mad because Robbie was on Dorothy's panel.
Mm-hmm.
She started posting screenshots, but she didn't show the context of it.
Of course
Right.
not.
And she's sitting here blaming Dorothy for what happened to AJ's son. You know, it was Dorothy. Well, that's when Tincey's like, whoa, wait a second. She was asking in our chat for AJ's background, for her information. And she's like, I'll just get it. She forgot to show that part.
Right. She forgets to show where she's guilty of something.
Mm-hmm.
She forgets to show that part, but she shows everything else, or...
Yeah.
I would love to see that you have some balls outside of a community post. But let's also get facts straight here. The call we
she
had
was
was
the
me
only one that
correcting
had
you
the balls
as
to
you
go
had
the
just been
full
lying.
way with the course.
I was
now,
informing
wasn't she?
you how Jessica was a liar, and I told you the things she'd done in the past. You know, if I was a liar and I
But
was
you
all
are
these
lying.
things, Lesley,
If you were a liar.
then what was your point of speaking to me for 9 to 11 months? What was your point of apologizing? What was your point of any of this? And I say
Well,
the same thing to
Jessica.
Amber Alerts, but I understand that more now. People have explained that to me.
Huh?
But you also played a game. You want space and other people to believe and listen to the bad things that, yes, I have said about them when I've gotten irritated. Absolutely. You want people to believe
as
it,
a
and you're saying, this is true.
Jessica.
This is true. Oh, but she lied about everything else. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, you need to be telling yourself this. Like, what? Oh, my God. This is so fucking irritating.
So, who did I want taking down? Isn't that what you wanted to do to several people? You did try to take me down. And
we did.
You did it the dumb way, which is kind of funny.
That's
but
news
whatever.
to me.
I've never had a strike from space, even when I've had her up on panel and her and I went at it. Never had a strike from space, and I've never struck her. I didn't even strike her for the live that she had about me.
Yeah, Lesley struck you. Get the fuck over it.
Why? Because eventually, myself and other people would have spoke to her. And once she saw that you guys went back to your abusers, well, who's the liar?
God. I'm so
who's
sick of hearing this whiny ass
instigator? Who is the actual piece of shit?
You.
Not me. Not space.
She's
not
projecting.
Okay, go ahead, Amy.
She's projecting again. That's what she's doing.
Right. Like, quit trying to fucking figure it out. It's actually pretty fucking simple. Okay. I wanted nothing to do with you. I figured out you were a fucking liar and emotionally manipulated us the entire time. Now, some people, they had feelings about me speaking with Amy. Okay. It's that simple. There's no deeper meaning. There's no fucking conspiracy or anything you want to think of. It's that simple. I don't know why you're not accepting this.
I wasn't even fucking doing anything. Literally, I wasn't. I don't even go to channels. And she's out here. Amy's this. Is this all? Amy's this all? No wonder people thought I was such a bad person. Like, honestly.
Right. If Amy was this horrible person doing all this shit, I wouldn't be close with her right now. That's the bottom line.
You're really bad at this, Jessica. You're really bad at figuring this shit out.
Well, I mean, it's like she's always looking for, oh, now I understand. What do you mean now you understand? No, there's nothing deep to understand except for I wanted nothing to fucking do with you. Like, how is that so hard to figure out or accept? And quit trying to weaponize my old fucking friends, too. That's getting fucking old.
So you're admitting here that you wanted to take me down. Okay. Thank you for that, by the way. Isn't that what you wanted to do to several people? Don't get on your high horse with me and do not think you are going to stir the shit with false narratives. You do not threaten or intimidate me. Well, first of all, she's not stirring the shit with false narratives and to threaten you, and either is fit of crime. They say exactly what they feel about you and the dirty shit that you've done. And honestly, the one with the injunction would probably still be putting you in your fucking place if you hadn't turned into a little bitch and filed one on her. But don't worry, we're all crossing our fingers over
Wait
here.
a second.
and we are
Whoa, whoa,
hoping-
whoa, 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 whoa. Did she not just say, and I quote, you can't have it both ways, right, Jessica? So let me get this right. So Leslie's a little bitch for filing on Bam, but isn't that what you ran and you tried to do to Amy? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
You can't have it both ways.
Hey, at least
Jessica.
when Lesley filed her injunction on Bam, Leslie
had
was
proof.
telling the truth, and she went to court with evidence.
And she won. So that's not really a little bitch thing to do. It's actually very fucking hard to, sit on your hands and remain quiet while somebody's dragging you in the worst fucking ways. Okay, you wouldn't know about that. But it's just, do you see how she contradicts herself? You can't have it both ways. Say that to yourself. Because is somebody a little bitch for filing? You wanted to file against everybody up in here. You thought you were going to get everybody in court, did she not? And
Lied and said she got an injunction on Robbie, that she got
Right.
one on Lana, and they're like, "What the hell? No, I didn't."
right, you couldn't handle Robbie going live like 2 times about you before you filed. So you can't have it both ways.
Mm-hmm. You can't have it both ways, Jess.
more than you ever know that when it ends, the gates are going to open.
Shut the fuck up with your threats. It's not 2019.
If this was a false
okay?
narrative, what Space said in her live, and you're saying she does not threaten or intimidate you, you wouldn't have to write this long, drawn out, long-winded bullshit. You want to play back and forth? Then let's do it. I seriously don't give a rat's ass anymore.
Yeah, you're gonna be in jail here in a couple
Oh.
weeks.
And Space, you want to release any audio of me? Make sure my grandson isn't in the background, as I'll strike your sorry ass. So we're about to have a discussion about that. PSA. Now she says this isn't a threat. She's not intimidated. Blah 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 blah. But at the very end of this community post says, in Australia, it is against the law to record a private conversation without the consent of the other person. The Telecommunications Interception and Access Act 1979 makes it an offense to listen to a live phone call or call recording without the permission of one or both of the parties involved. Okay. So
Again,
just
this
because
is
you
none of
copy
your
and
fucking
pasted something from the
business.
internet, that doesn't mean a damn thing to me. And actually, that's what is happening here. That's a lot of it. And as far as saying that you're going to strike somebody because your grandson's in the background, bless his heart. He is actually a very kind-hearted, special child. And I will say that. What I'm about
Don't
to say
you
has
fucking
nothing.
go here.
Did she just say that?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up
That's
about her grandson.
Sick. She is absolutely fucking disgusting. And you know what's sad? She doesn't care. She doesn't. That's how you know she's screwed up in the fucking head. And I'm not talking about with a mental disability screwed up in the head. I'm talking she's screwed up in the head because she's a fucking devil. I swear to God, she is a spawn of Satan.
Right. I have
She's
heard clips. I've heard clips of you, of Jessica, saying how, now, I guess because she hates me, now, my kid deserved what she got. So, you're talking about selling your soul and running back to abusers and all this bullshit, but now my kid deserved it. Why did my kid deserve it? Why?
It's easy for her to say that, Amber.
Right.
Because she's not a mother.
Well, that's true. But you see how she quickly changes her beliefs depending on, see, a person that had dignity and shit, they would the thing would be to say, yeah, fuck Amber, I don't like her anymore. But that right there, yeah, I can't ever say that was right. But you see how Jessica just takes it all, oh yeah, she deserved more than that. That's how she is. And
So, does this mean that her friends, your ex-friends that are still talking to her, does that mean that because that since they support everything Jessica's doing, that they're supporting that too?
I don't know. I don't even know if they're aware that she thinks that. But that's pretty messed up, you know? I mean, again, you know, we've done nothing to stir anything up. I've never mentioned them. I've totally respected that. Didn't want to be part of any drama, but to, you know, hear so many clips, so many people tell me things of, oh, how involved they are. It's extremely, it's just disappointing.
Do
Wow.
with him or anybody else that's living in her home. But I want to make some things very clear. Lesley, you not having 2 pennies to rub together, let me tell you something. I'm completely, and others may not
Oh,
be
what
aware
are
of
you going to
this,
tell?
but I've been shown and I'm completely aware of the fact that the reason you do not work and the reason that you are not employed is because you are the sack of shit that lives off of the assistance that you get for him.
Fuck
Oh, you're going to deny that?
you.
You're going to say that's not true?
You fucking
But it is.
cow.
Okay, says the
And
person that
you
has to
use,
steal money from an
Yeah,
elderly
please,
man.
please press pause. Okay,
Right. I just
first
did,
of all,
Amber.
fuck you for bringing up her grandson. Okay, like I'm sure, like Lesley, even hearing that out of your fucking pie hole just disturbs her to no end. But second of all, everything you're saying is complete fucking bullshit. So, you know, one thing I know about Jessica, it's always others. That means she's pretty much lying. Or maybe one person has made a comment or something. You know nothing about her living situation. I know exactly what Lesley's issues are. And this is how is this your fucking business to bring out? How is this even relevant to what you're talking about? Like, oh, you're disgusting. Okay.
Yeah, and then she brings up Leslie's grandson. Then she goes and inserts herself into AJ's business with her alleged kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It keeps going.
to listen to bullshit.
It
No,
keeps
She's just
going with the
intrusive.
her
AJ doesn't want me to open that fucking door either. So you know what, Bill?
right.
Seriously, these people need to sit the fuck down. They need to keep their mouths shut. This video, this live Jessica has up, needs to be struck down. It is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
It is absolutely
Absolutely.
disgusting. Like, and is my name in this video? Because if it is, I'm sending my court papers I have on Jessica to YouTube and I'm striking this fucking video.
Yeah,
And you know what?
She mentions you.
I am now
Yeah.
making it a fucking goal. I'm getting her fucking channel removed. She is abusing this fucking platform. She is
Yeah.
abusing this platform, doing what she's doing. Jessica needs to be in fucking jail. She is abuser. She is fucking dangerous. She's a piece of fucking shit. And you know what, Jessica? You don't have 2 fucking pennies to rub together because you fucking rob and you have to steal money from disabled old people. And then lie and say your mom fucking sold him pills. I talked to the fucking prosecuting attorney yesterday, and they flat out told me, Patrick, the prosecuting attorney told me her case has absolutely nothing to fucking do with the pills. And you know what, Jessica? Every single one of your fucking videos that you talked about this guy that you stole the money from has been sent to the prosecuting attorney, you fucking fat piece of fucking shit. I've never hated anybody in my life like I fucking hate her. The shit she has done to my husband, showing up at Amber's house, she needs her fucking ass kicked. And I hope it happens when her ass is sitting in fucking jail. She's not even allowed to be talking about the guy that she fucking abused, the disabled 76-year-old man. I'm pissed right now. Like,
And
seriously, I'm pissed.
I am too. And by the way, and while we're on that fucking subject, and she's about to go into it, but here you can't even listen right. First of all, bringing up my past record, that's so fucking used and old. Everybody knows my record, okay? I even have it on my own fucking channel, all right? But it's not about judging someone by having a record. What I said was people are always going to feel a different type of way when it involves abuse of a kid or an elder. Even prisoners live by that, Jessica. Okay?
You're at the lowest pecking
Right.
order
Like,
in jail, Jessica.
right. Like even the prisoners would have a fucking issue. So it's not about, people being better than you that have records. That's you twist things into what you want them to be. So no. That is what I said, and that is the truth. Like I said, prisoners take it upon themselves with people that abuse elders and kids.
This girl doesn't even have a fucking child, and she's been called out for it. I mean, I have had a cop tell me. I have had the process server that talked to her husband when he was there to serve her papers. Flat out, he's like, "What child? We don't have a baby." I have had her husband's sister, blood relative.
Right.
Tell me there is no baby. How much more fucking proof do you need? And she's still going around acting like she has a fucking child.
Right. It's bizarre. And I mean, and if that's not enough, her actions prove it. I mean, I'm sorry, but again, she gets so big mad over these little bitty accusations, but she doesn't touch on that. I mean, it's just, we've gone over it all, but there's so many obvious, just glaring signs.
Yeah. Honestly, Bill, I don't know if I want to hear anymore because it's pissing me off. It's really starting.
I know, it makes my blood pressure high.
She is completely lying about somebody, and this video needs to be struck.
Yes,
I'm not gonna go out. Seriously, her channel needs to go. Right. And for anybody that is friends with this bitch, anybody that supports this bitch, really, really need to take into consideration what she's doing. She is a thief. She is a liar. She is everything you can think of on a person. Bad.
What we could do. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she gets into you and I here pretty soon. We can either go through that, or we can always do a part 2 too. We might need to do it because I'm furious, right? Because I know. I mean, because I'm not feeling very well either. That's another reason.
The relationship that Lesley has with her it's her grandchild.
Yeah,
and does not need to be brought into this. And then she's bringing up a dead man,
right?
And someone that's gone. I mean, she's already lied to everybody and said I made this fake obituary on him, and that's not how it went down. That's not what happened,
right?
At all. I mean, it's
and I've seen proof of it all. And the thing is, even if Amy, as soon as we asked, can videos be taken down, she didn't hesitate at all. So, Jessica, all this talk of what we normally do, he forgave your ass in a heartbeat. He was a very forgiving person, and he would want, people to have some kind of peace and some kind of resolve and stop all this. I really believe that. But
what makes me mad, Amber, is that she came to all of you guys she didn't come to you guys out of the pureness of her heart. She came to you guys to use you guys because she had it put in her head that we were all in this chat together. That wasn't even true. And it's the same shit she pulled on me back in 2018. And I forgave her for that, and it's she didn't come to any of you guys with a pure heart.
No.
She came to you guys lying about being pregnant and how she wanted to change her ways and she wanted to do this and she wanted to do that. And guess what? She's worse. She's the worst I've ever seen her. She's literally at a peak right now at the worst I've ever seen her.
Well, yeah, because at least back in the day, Granny Fanny would talk her off the ledge and be like, you need to fucking simmer down, or you need to shut up. You need to, these crazy ass ideas you're thinking, and so in a way, it was much better.
Well,
now there's nobody.
Granny Fanny? Granny Fanny can't stand your fat ass, Jessica. He can't stand you. He's never liked you. Never.
Yeah, he calls you a walrus. Sorry.
He can't stand you.
But she does look like a walrus.
To be honest.
Yeah, this video is a real public service announcement.
Yeah, he's told me you need to get away. He did not like you, Jessica.
And that's the
at all.
truth, because he told me that back in 2019, because I remember I was, asking him, because at the time, Amy, you came off as the more paranoid one. And he flat out told me, he said, it's not Amy, it's Jessica that talks to Amy and then gets the wheels turning.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told Amy that she has got to break away from her because it's pulling her down and it's getting her all crazy. And he was right. He was right, because the difference in you then and now is night and day. It's night and fucking day. You don't text me with like these, Amber, what if this, no, you're chill,
Because I had my own bad experiences with this woman, and she's a piece of work.
I think everybody that comes across her feels that way. And if they haven't yet, they will. They will. And the thing
She
is,
started
like, all
this in
these
January, and it was been nonstop since then.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing all these people that she's wanting to use, like, my old friends and stuff, like, none of them actually really like you. I hate to break it to you. They really don't. And I don't know. The thing that makes me mad is, like, they weren't with Jessica day in and day out like me and Lesley were. You know what I'm saying? They didn't experience everything that we did. And
Right.
I
experienced a lot with her, really too. Sad. So
yeah,
the cops in our town don't even like her.
Right. Like, I mean, if you think about it, so much has been caused just by this one fucking. I mean, if she came back to do good, where's the good? Because nobody that you started with, like your inner circle that you had, none of them are around you. None of them. You've got a few new people that don't know you, but that they'll get to know you
either.
I mean, believe me. You want to talk about others? I've talked to everybody that you slithered into. So
she's disgusting.
Yeah, it's just gross. So what do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to
do like fast forward it a little bit past Lesley, or
well, I think she's about to get into me. I think she gets into me and Amy here soon, and then she starts talking about, like, people that don't even know her or give a shit about her, like Voices, stuff like that. So
what does Voices do with anything? What does she do? She doesn't even know Jessica, does she?
No,
none of these people do. Jessica's just wanting attention from them.
She's just looking at Natasha
she's got all
Cooper's
these
ass.
random people tagged.
All
and
Jessica's doing with
that,
Voices.
and she's trying to see who will bite. Like, she gets excited when these people who are, kind of well known mention her, because it gives her something to go back at. So, none of them give a shit about her. They don't even know her. Like Voices, she's like, yeah, you faked a baby. I've got nothing to say to you. That's what
and I don't blame Voices for that.
I don't either. Like, what the fuck? Do you think Voices gives a shit about your opinion? I'm not even close with Voices, but just based off of what I've seen, she don't give a shit.
I don't think she gives a shit either. It's like,
no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, sorry. Just to clarify, we're talking about Jess K, not Granny.
Not Granny's watching.
No. I know I have to always remember the K when I write anything, because I'm like,
and realistically, there's no K in her name either. She lies about that. She even lies about the fucking spelling of her name.
God. She's crazy.
She lies about everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you want to do a part 2, Bill?
If you want to continue for a few more minutes, we could see if when it gets to you or whatever.
Well, but here's the thing. Honestly, I think this might be a good cutting spot, because I think when she starts talking about me and Amy, we're going to really want to get into that.
Okay.
So
we could do a part 2. We could do a part 2 maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe Lesley will come on panel.
Okay, we could do a part 2 tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see if Lesley will. Maybe we can get her to come up because she needs her voice.
And
This is
she
like
wants to come up.
I'm literally disgusted right now. Like
I am
I'm
too.
beyond come at me, say what you want about me, but you know what? Lesley didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. There was no I mean, just like there was no argument between Jessica and I. She just went haywire one day.
I
There was
know.
no argument.
I mean, it's like, yeah, it bothered. I know I get really defensive with Lesley, and it's because she didn't do anything to deserve her grandson being brought up, her, her money situation. Like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? It's just disgusting. Everybody she brings up, she's got no room to talk about anybody. I mean, bitch, you think you're gonna rewrite my story? Oh yeah, we'll get into that tomorrow.
At
But
least Lesley lives an honest life and she's not out here hurting people. Well, this bitch is over here freaking robbing freaking disabled freaking elderly people for money.
right, and
So
in this talk of your hands aren't clean either. Okay, Jessica, like, and she's not talking about anything like groundbreaking or anything. Just the normal shit that we've all been in chats, we've all talked, we've all looked a person up or whatever the fuck. Like, so just stop shaming her like she's she just wanted away from you and didn't want your lies anymore, and she wanted a little bit of peace, and she got it. So
Yeah, I'm just floored that she brought up Leslie's grandchild. That's
Yeah.
just out of line.
It's very out of line. Very, very right. Like, let me
She doesn't
mention her
care.
grandson in the middle of this disgusting piece of shit rant of mine.
she doesn't care. She doesn't.
Mm-mm.
She has lied and said I contacted her dad. She has lied and said I contacted her grandma. She literally in court told the judge that I contacted the police and sent the police to her grandma's house to try to have her arrested for elder abuse. In the same exact fucking breath, you know what she told the judge? Amy is out passing my mugshot around for when I was arrested for elder abuse.
Oh God! And the thing is, okay, let's hypothetically say that you did have her mugshot. Her mugshot was public. First of all, second of all, there's no argument. She made hundreds and hundreds of fucking videos on you. Reached out to every single person she could think of to go at you. All this guise of, oh, I'm pregnant and I want to heal the world. No, you didn't. You just wanted to get back at Amy. You wanted to pull everybody in and get back at Amy. So, it's just, she's got a very delusional thinking of what people actually thought about her. It's insane, really.
I don't know one person that's ever been involved with Jessica that has actually come out saying what a good person she is.
Right.
She has had everybody that she has come across, she has gotten into fights with.
Yeah.
She loses her shit. And you know what, Jessica, you want to bring up family? We'll go there about family if you really want to. Seriously.
Well, I'm saying right now she better shut the fuck up.
Yeah, she better.
About mine or anybody's,
She doesn't have room
she's
to talk.
absolutely. She was raised in fucking hate. Let's be honest. Like, she was raised in hate. Her family's the KKK.
Right.
Her dad has multiple battery and assault charges on him.
You
So
ain't
you
no
want to
one.
bring
You
up
ain't no one
family,
to judge.
Jessica? It's like, and I'm not trying to be mean and go down that alley, but bringing up an innocent child.
Right.
And that is how you know she's not a mother.
No, not at all. Not at all. Or it also just everything that she says tells me that everything that she came and presented to be about, and especially with like what happened with Lily and whatnot, it was all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You just needed something to launch whatever the fuck this is that you've been doing. You're
And she
serious.
lies about her pictures. I mean, she has to use 100 different freaking filters, editing filters for her to change her picture to make her look halfway decent. I mean, she lies about the spelling of her name. She sits here and puts people down for their living situation when you can't even. The process server, the one that I had 2 of them that couldn't serve her until the sheriff did. But the 2, we had to write non-app because they could a non-serve, so I could show
Right.
to the court. They couldn't get her served. They couldn't even get up to her fucking doorstep because the steps to get up to her door, they were broken. She had 13 cats in her yard, but she tells people, I only have 4. They count a legal court process server has it in the report. I'll show it.
Right. And
Her
I've
house
seen,
is
and I've
her house
seen
has
it.
freaking trash piled up on the side of it, and you want to sit here and put Leslie's living down? Leslie's house, her area, her grass, and all that is absolutely gorgeous. She has a nice
I know.
home.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I mean, you
And
can
you
at
know
least walk
what?
to her
Like,
front door.
and like, how dare you? She's really given a huge chunk of her life, like, to make a good home for her grandson and her daughter, and that's her world. So, and believe me, she's had a lot of fucking challenges, like health wise and everything. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about with, where she getting her money. It's none of your fucking business. It's not YouTube's business either. But
I mean,
I'm saying that to defend her because I happen to know her better than you.
I may not agree with Lesley on everything or everything she's done in the past, but you just don't sit there and put down a dead man. You don't sit there and drag her grandkid or drag him into it.
Right.
Right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, talking about, like, hell, believe me and Lesley have had plenty of ups and downs. In fact, we're closer now than we ever were before. It's interesting now, like when we we make a really good match, and I'm able to talk her down a lot. I think, a lot of our problems used to be we didn't communicate properly like we should have, and we've gotten super, super close. And yeah, I don't even remember where I was going with that. Oh yeah, but we used to have our ups and downs and shit. But just like Norman and Lesley were, I was kind of the same way with Lesley. We laugh. She calls me her little sister that she gets pissed off at a time or two, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. Like, because we knew, like, the foundation was good, so it didn't matter. But Jessica doesn't understand that,
I don't think she understands simple concepts anymore.
Right.
It's just a one-track mind towards hate. And
Yeah.
she thinks, Amy did this. She thinks she did this because of this, this, and this.
Right.
Or it's over something so petty because they had a separate chat because she wasn't invited to a chat. Come on.
Was no chat.
Right. There was no chat.
was
I was
no
never in a chat with Amy ever.
There was no chat.
No. Like, and no, Jessica, you never showed proof that Amy and Granny specifically were going after my child, because it didn't happen. Did we fight? Yeah. But that particular thing never fucking happened.
When I went to Jessica and I said, did you just hear what happened to Amber's daughter? Like, did you hear what Bam did to Amber's daughter? She's like, no. What? And then she went and had to be a part of it. And so she went and uploaded a video saying, this never should have happened, Amber. And then you and Ginger both commented on it and said, thank you so much. Like, this really meant a lot.
Yeah.
Well, she came in, she was talking to Tinksy and I after she went to your house. And she goes, I did a video supporting Amber for what happened to Lily. And you know what? She never said thank you. I said, yes, she did. I said, she commented under your video.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't, she can't even tell the truth on that.
I don't know if her mind just purposely forgets things or what, but
I think she's lied her whole entire, she's a professional liar. And I think that she has just lied her whole entire life. that it's natural to her. I don't even think she knows when she's lying anymore. Like, that's just what I think. I just think that she just tells the story and she goes with it. And you want to talk about a troll. You want, I mean, seriously, people can look, if I put everything out on her that I have, they'll see the shit that she's done online. It's absolutely fucking disgusting.
Oh, she is a
her,
troll.
her mother's $1 million inheritance. Oh my.
I
And then
know.
she inherited $100,000.
She
That
didn't
was a
inherit,
gem.
yeah, she didn't inherit shit.
I
You know,
know.
so it's just everything with her is about money. I mean, look what she did to Dorothy. Anybody that donated to Dorothy, please email me and tell me how much. Why? It's none of your
Why?
fucking.
Right. Like, what are you, the end all bookkeeper of who donated to somebody?
Right.
What? Like, what?
Need-
What?
it's-
I mean, hell, y'all, she's sitting there having a live chat full of bots, for crying out loud. Like, are those your friends? Your bot subs? Like, sorry.
Yeah, she's definitely buying subs, and that isn't that against YouTube, the terms and conditions or whatever it is.
Yes, it is.
I have no clue. I just can't believe she's throwing such a hissy fit because Lesley struck her. Like, really? Like, first of all, you ain't got no fucking room to talk, considering that's how you took BCF's channel down. And didn't you? Oh, wait a minute here, Amy. Didn't she give BCF permission to use that drawing?
She did.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
But she wiped out the whole fucking channel over it. And now you want to throw a hissy fit? That's probably karma right there. Because, I mean, yeah, what did you think? That Lesley wanted to just allow you to keep that up when, first of all, that's like a personal thing that, yes, she gave you permission for at the time. But you think she's
Jessica lied to her about what it was going to be used for.
Right. You obtained it in a way through which you obtained a lot of shit through lying. But, you know, like, of course Leslie's gonna strike you. You're sitting there dragging everybody. You've lied to everyone. And you're sitting there with her fucking content. Like, why are you acting shocked? And again, you have no room to talk. You took down a person's whole channel and God knows who else she struck, you know?
Yeah, she's
fucking believable. Can't have it both ways.
She wants her cake and she wants to eat it too, and you can't do that.
She probably wants to eat 6 cakes, but yeah.
Right.
Her Hello Cake.
I had to.
Her Hello. She's sitting there. I get to see her picking up the whole cake while she's on the computer, mad typing, like slamming her fingers on the keyboard.
Right. I mean, she's sitting here fucking. I mean, it's kind of unfucking
with her
believable.
cake, her cake's in her other hand. It's all over her face.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, like, let's put this into perspective. She's sitting here, and not just us, anybody she talks about, she starts putting down their lifestyle, and whatnot. You have no fucking room to talk. None. Like, that's one thing I really haven't gone into very much is her lifestyle. But you want to fucking put down mine, say that I don't take care of my kid, which is complete and utter fucking bullshit. And you know it. But I get it. You're going to say whatever you can to try to hurt or cause whatever. But, I mean, she lives like a pig.
Amber, she can't even take care of her baby doll. Well, she's
Right.
lying for hours at a time. Her baby doll is stuck in a fucking crib.
Right. Right. I mean,
and you know what's so funny? She tells everybody, I gotta go check on Maddie. I gotta go check on Maddie. Or go feed her. You know what Jessica's doing? She's outside smoking a cigarette.
That's exactly what she's doing. Yeah. That's exactly what the fuck she's doing.
She waddles, gets off her fat ass. She waddles her way over outside to smoke. That's what she does. Right. In her freaking jungle.
Oh my god. The jungle.
And I'm not joking. It's a jungle.
No, yeah. And that is because of a process server that literally, like, had to legally take a picture of her house. I hope I'm okay to reveal that. I guess I am.
No, it's fine. I don't care.
But
and
yeah,
it's the truth. Like, it's the truth. You know,
it's true, right? I mean, it's so yeah. You have no fucking room talking about anybody's lifestyle or anybody, nothing like that. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care what a person's. I mean, it's about who they are. It's not about how much money they have or anything like that. But you know, you want to start all this nonsense of you don't take care of your kid and Leslie takes her grandson's. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Seriously.
How does she know all this stuff?
She
Did
doesn't.
Lesley tell her? I don't think so.
Right.
No.
Have you ever, well, I know that you've stopped by my dad's house, but have you ever like really been in my life? No, you haven't. I mean, she even you'll hear it tomorrow, but she even makes a comment about like, she tries to imply like, well, Amber went to school to be a ballerina, couldn't keep up, you know, because drugs and this and that. Like, shut the fuck up. You weren't there. And I've told my own fucking story, so you're not going to fucking rewrite it. Yeah, I had a habit. I've never made that a secret, you dumb fuck.
When Jessica talks, she projects.
Yeah.
Is what she's doing. And if you notice, it's all about she goes to the lowest point. She thinks she's cool talking about people like this. She thinks people are looking up at her like, ooh, she can really drag somebody. No, Jessica, you're not. That's not dragging somebody. Really?
No.
And it's belittling people. There's a difference between, and yes, I am belittling her. I have every fucking right to. Like, she has literally put me through
we've
hell.
gotten to this point. We've really gotten to this point.
But you know, it's like she sits here and she belittles people and she puts them down when realistically she's talking about herself. That's what she's doing. She's talking about herself. I mean, she went around telling everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
I lost a baby in 2001. And she went around telling everybody that I lost this baby because of meth. Now she's saying that
and I mean,
ballerina because of drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a pattern with what she does.
Exactly. Or I've even heard people have told me that she's going around saying that I use recreationally. Jessica, you dumb fuck. Really? And what makes you think that? What proof do you have of that? None, because it's not true. I mean, so many bullshit rumors that people have told me that she said that make no fucking sense. I mean, it's like she's literally pulling them out of her ass, you know. And again,
She was probably the one telling everyone that I was Save Robbie. For fuck's sake.
And again, you know, here we go again. You can't have it both ways, Jessica. You want to fucking you know, talk about mental health and this and that, but now you're trying to bring up my past as my recovery. You got shut the fuck up about my recovery. It's mine.
It's none of her business.
It's none of your business. It's not appropriate to even to bring up for you because it's not yours. Yeah. Once again, you're fucking so intrusive and disgusting.
She's the one that has the problem. So, you know, she needs to go take care of herself and go fix herself before she puts other people down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we call out liars on this channel. And she's a liar.
Well, all right, guys. Well, my phone is going to die here in a second, so I don't want it to cut off. But let's do a part 2, like sometime tomorrow, like late tomorrow night. You want to?
Yeah.
Okay, or in the afternoon. It doesn't matter what time.
Okay. Good afternoon. It's my husband's birthday. So
it's your husband's birthday. Tell him happy birthday for me.
I would. Yeah. I could. I can do tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Okay, tomorrow night.
Yeah, because I'll probably have stuff going on with. See, here we go, Jessica. Amy is busy with her husband. I'm busy with my little girl. So shut the fuck up. So yeah, we can do like late tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And we can probably find it around a time where like Lesley can tune in too.
Right.
And we can work out and maybe Tinksy can tune in.
Oh, Tinksy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love Tinksy.
Well, hey, she says it like it is, man. You can't take that away from her. She's gonna say it like it is.
And she'll come straight in and she'll be like, look, she'll call you out.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I love her so much.
Listen, I was on the I've been on the receiving end. You don't want to mess with her.
Right.
And that's
it's all good.
We've all been at each other. Like all of us have went at each other for the longest time, you know, and we I mean, you know what? When you can sit back all together and laugh about bullshit that happened and actually laugh about it because of the stuff we did, That's when you
Right.
know that you're actually in a good place. But when you sit
Yeah.
here and keep on and nitpick and make that what happened worse than it really was, that person needs help. I mean, me, Amber, Lesley, Tinksy, we're laughing one day so freaking hard about shit we were doing at each other. We were all against each other.
Right.
And we were sitting there having just laughing about what we did, because it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's where thing is, unless you've just done the worst of the worst, I'm a very forgiving person. And I'm glad that I can just, that I can let all that go and I can have a laugh with Tinksy about it. Cause let's face it, some of it is just so ridiculously funny.
Mhm.
Like, it's like, what was that fight even about? An emoji, like, it's so stupid.
Right.
It's all so, a lot of it is so stupid,
And if you look at the fighting that's happening now with other people, our fighting that we all did was nothing compared to what's going on now.
Right.
Listen, you want to know something funny before my phone dies? I actually was looking around on Jamie Limeonade's channel, and I clicked on one of her last lives that she did, and it was one, and she was talking about Misery and Cosmic, and Cosmic was up there, and she's talking about how, well, this troll Ty Biggums is streaming my content every night, and I don't strike them, but Misery struck me. And I mean, I'm listening to this thinking, oh my God, this was so much simpler back then compared to now. If I would have seen what was to come, you know what I mean? Like, that all was nothing compared to
Amber,
what
do
it
you
is.
remember when Tyrone went up on Jamie's panel and was
Oh
eating?
gosh, yes. I will never forget that. With that
I-
damn voice changer thing. Yes.
He was like, and he was eating chips.
Oh
Hello,
my
beautifully
God.
broken.
That was our bad. That was
Right.
like our bad stuff. It was just more of annoying and obnoxious.
Yeah, it was just fucking around. Kind of like we do on Lycan's channel,
Right. And so it's just like, and that we're abusers over. But just looking at how people are going so real life now and the things that are happening and going on, like, we were freaking angels compared to what's going on.
Oh God, yes. God, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, let's do it late tomorrow night, Bill. We can do that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then, yeah. Well,
And I'll promote it too, like I'll make a community post, and
Right.
I shared this one out, but
Okay, good.
It's kind of late and it was last minute. So, and honestly, I didn't even care how many showed up. I just wanted to kind of unload on this.
Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem, Amber. You're welcome here anytime.
Oh, I love you, Bill. I'm glad you've come out and spoken and all that, I think it's cool.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He has stood by my side through a lot. A lot. Like, Bill has seen it all happen.
Yeah, with Jessica and a couple others, and it's just
been crazy, man.
Yeah. Yep. So.
All right, you guys.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna cut this short. Hurricane Ian is heading my way. It's only like 60 miles away.
Oh, goodness.
Uh-oh. Will you guys be okay?
Yeah, we'll probably be all right. It's just the winds are coming. It's gonna start gusting up. It's starting to pick up now.
Florida got nailed.
Oh yeah, I feel sorry for Fort Myers.
All right, y'all. I gotta hop off. Plus, Lily's got one of her little friends over tonight, and I don't.
Oh, a little sleepover.
Oh yes, and sleepovers, they stay up all night, so I can hear them. I can hear them, and I don't know what they're getting into, so I might want to go check on it.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, we're gonna go now.
All right, bye, you guys. Love y'all.
All right. All right. Good night, Amy.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.